So one of the most important features of CVES is that of Snug, or Spontaneous Novel Utterance Generation. Spontaneous Novel Utterance Generation means that a kid should be able to say whatever they want to say, whenever they want to say it. They should also be able to use a variety of grammar and syntax structures when they're communicating different communicative functions. When we speak to each other, we use single words, two-word combinations, three-word combinations, etc. to communicate a variety of functions of language. So it's critical when we're talking about a low-tech system that a child has the ability to use single words if they want to communicate in single words, use two-word combinations, and continue to build their language as it aligns to typical language development. If we take the example of bubbles, a child may talk about bubbles at the single word level. They may use two-word combinations or three-word combinations and move into four-word combinations. What we're going to do is look at some different examples of communicative functions and how they are integrated with grammar and syntax structures. Okay, so a child may communicate for bubbles by requesting it at the single word level. So they may use the word directly off, the icon directly off of the binder insert. So AL is going to grab the icon bubbles and give it to me directly. And she's going to tap the word bubbles. Okay, and then I'm going to give her the bubbles. Okay, bubbles. Okay, so she may ask for it directly off the binder inserts. Sorry if I got you a little wet there. She may also request for it using it on the communication card. Go ahead and pull it off here and put it on the card. Bubbles. Great, asking for bubbles. All right, so AL, after mastering single words for bubbles, she may also use an icon on the core vocabulary foldout. So she may ask for more, or she might ask for bubbles to go up at the single word level. Up. Okay, so I may make the bubbles go up. Okay. She may request that the bubbles go down at the single word level. So she might pull off the word down.
Down.
Down. Bubbles down. Okay. Okay. So AL can communicate at the single word level. After she's acquired a good vocabulary of single words, she's going to move to two-word combinations. And we're always keeping Snug in mind when we move to two-word combinations. So the word bubbles can be combined in many different ways across a lot of grammar structures. I'm going to show AL a couple examples of those. I may show her to ask for more bubbles. More bubbles. More bubbles. Just as AL used the word up and down, I may pair a location word with the word bubbles to either describe where the bubbles are going, or if AL were to ask me or direct me where to put the bubbles. So in this example, she's going to put the words bubbles up on the communication card.
Bubbles up.
Bubbles up. Bubbles up. Okay. She may use the words bubbles here to talk about bubbles where she wants them to go. Bubbles here. So bubbles here.
Bubbles here.
Bubbles here. Okay. Bubbles here. That two-word combination can also be reversed. So I may say to AL, here, bubbles. Here, bubbles. Okay. I can work through a variety of two-word combinations. And as we're doing therapy with CVES, that's something we should be doing. We're working across different grammar structures to ensure spontaneous novel utterance generation. We want our children's language to be spontaneous and novel as they're learning different functions of language. So I gave the example of bubbles up and bubbles down to describe location. We can also reject bubbles. Maybe AL doesn't want bubbles anymore.